distributors decide how many copies of a finished movie to make, they then screen it to potential buyers, and if the buyers are interested, they then lease out the contract for the film. They then wait for it to be shown in cinemas, and then once it's been shown, the distribution company get paid based on how many people have bought the tickets, how many people actually buy the movie online through iTunes and stuff like that. But of course they only get a slice of the profits, because some of it needs to go to the cinema who show it, and some of it actually has to go to the people who made the film. In this video I'm going to talk about who I think would distribute my film and why. First of all, I think Lionsgate would be a good distributor for our film, because they focus a lot on psychological horrors, and they've worked on things such as the Saw movies and the Haunting in Connecticut movies, and so I think they'd be interested in distributing our product because it's similar to those genres, and they seem to focus a lot on horror / psychological horror, so I think that they'd be a really good distributor for our piece. Some distributors, studios, will finance the movie, and I think that Lionsgate could finance the full movie, because it's, as I said, it's of a similar genre to the ones they normally focus on, and I think it would be, a really good step for the company to, welcome a new film into their collection. Another possible distributor for our piece would be Artisan Entertainment. Now they're fairly new. They haven't distributed many films, but they focused on psychological horror / horror, and so I think they'd be a perfect distributor because it fits our genre. But the only setback would be we would have to find some other way to finance our product, because so far they've not actually financed anything that they've distributed or produced, and so it's important that if we were to get distributed by this company, we'd find some other way to finance the project. The last and most popular distributor would be Warner Brothers. Now, while they do not focus on our genre particularly, which is psychological horror, they do all sorts of genres. They do everything, and so that would be kind of good to be under their belt, because they're really popular. There's a lot of films out there that are distributed and produced by Warner Brothers, and they would probably finance our project as well, so that would be two things sorted, and so I think this would be my most preferable distributor for our product. Another possible distributor for our piece would be Dimension Films. Now they've distributed films such as the Scream movies. Now they'd be a good distributor because although they don't focus on psychological horror / horror, they're still quite well known throughout the UK, and they're kind of leaking into places like America, and so it'd be good to broaden our horizons, and so Dimension Films would be good for our product. New Line Cinema would also be a good distributor because although they don't focus on psychological horror / horror, they were responsible for Final Destination, which was one of the best-selling movies of all time, and so although it's not our genre, it would be good to be distributed by them, because they would probably get us more customer attention and popularity, and so they would be a good distributor despite not focusing in our genre. Overall, looking back at all of the distributors I've mentioned in this video, Warner Brothers would still be my favourite because they do all genres, and they're one of the most popular distributors worldwide. Speaking of worldwide and distributed countries, every single distributor I've mentioned in this video is either based in the UK or has some sort of connection with the UK, and so they'd all be legible for distribution.